Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and in today's video, we are planning and prepping for spring cleaning. Today, we are gonna talk about tips and tricks to help us get prepared so that we can spring clean like a pro. If you're here for it, let's go ahead and get started. So it's that time again, spring cleaning. And one area that I am desperately in need of spring cleaning are my finances. That's why I'm thrilled to be partnering with today's video sponsor, Rocket Money. In the past, I have spent hours trying to locate lost subscriptions and even longer trying to cancel them. Luckily with Rocket Money, gone are the days of scouring your bank statements, trying to find any reoccurring bills that you totally forgot you had signed up for. Let's face it, we've all done it. We have all signed up for a free trial knowing that that free trial is going to end, a subscription will begin, and all of a sudden you're being billed monthly for something you don't use or totally forgot you even signed up for. Well, Rocket Money is here to help. Rocket Money is the app you need to save more and manage your money. Once you connect your bank account, Rocket Money safely and securely identifies recurring charges and subscriptions into a single list. From there, you can select the ones you don't want anymore, and Rocket Money may be able to help you cancel those with just a few taps. Rocket Money will also automatically scan your bills to look for savings. With just a couple of taps, Rocket Money may be able to help negotiate things like your internet bill, your cable bill, phone bills, and no need for customer service calls. You can have the app's negotiators go to work for you and try to get you a better rate. Rocket Money has helped its customers save up to $740 a year when using all of the premium features. They've also helped customers save over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. And the feature that I'm the most looking forward to using is the budgeting tools. With Rocket Money, you can create a budget in seconds. The app shows you where your money is going at all times and identifies top spending categories and gives you some helpful insights on how to better manage your finances. Rocket Money will notify you about upcoming charges and anytime your balance is getting low to help you avoid late fees or overdraft fees. To save more and spend less, join the over 5 million customers of Rocket Money. You can follow the link in my description box or go to rocketmoney.com/Charlotte Grove to join for free. Again, thank you Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video. So obviously spring is around the corner. I don't know about you, but I am itching for change of scenery, for a change in the weather, for being able to be outside more often, to having windows open and moments on the front porch. And one of the things I think that I look forward to the most every year is just a refresh in the home. And spring cleaning means so many different things to so many different people, right? There's so many people who literally are spring cleaning in the sense of they're turning off their pellet stove, they're dusting everything off from the entire winter of, you know, having the coals running or the fireplace going. For us, it's gonna look like opening up the windows, getting some, you know, breath of fresh air, cleaning out filters and dusting everything. And for me, this year, being that this is our, is this our fourth spring in this house, I think? It's time to do some house maintenance and, you know, some bigger things. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. I've poured myself a fresh Diet Coke in this adorable glass that I found. It's technically a wine glass. I found this at Home Goods. I thought it was so cute. And it's gonna be my little Diet Coke glass for today. Nice and crisp. And that's pretty much how I want my house to feel when we're done with spring cleaning. I want it to feel fresh and new and just, you know, bright and touched up. So we're gonna talk about 5 things that you can do to help spring clean like a pro. And I'm gonna share with you my plan and we can spring clean together. I know for me, because of time purposes, spring cleaning is going to take a little bit longer for me. I definitely do not have endless amounts of time to just, you know, plow through spring cleaning. In fact, I have probably less time than I did last year. I'm just, you know, head down when it comes to YouTube and content creation. So I am really working 2 full-time jobs right now, and it can be very difficult to fit in all of the normal maintenance things. School is over in June, and so whatever I don't get finished during the spring will have to roll over into the summer, and that's okay. Who's gonna be upset, right? It's our house. Let's talk about step one. Step one for spring cleaning like a pro is to set your goals. Anytime you are going to tackle anything, having a goal in mind is going to be beneficial. I even do this on a day-to-day basis. I literally, in my planner, write down the number one things I need to finish that day and give myself a little reward. What am I going to do if I get these things, right? Decide if you are deep cleaning or are you decluttering. For me, it's going to look like deep cleaning, and it's also going to look like refreshing. There's areas in my home that need touched up since we've been in the house now for 4 years, and coming up on 4 years, or it has been 4 years, I'm not sure. I always lose track, but there's areas that need to be touched up, and I have an entire decluttering plan that we're going to address as soon as the summer comes. Right now, I am not really that stressed about it. I'm taking on little pieces at a time. I did the coffee bar. I'm working on doing the laundry room right now. So just little pieces at a time, we'll tackle the decluttering. But for my spring cleaning goal, mine is going to look like a lot of refreshing paint. I want to repaint my front door. I need to clean all of my doors, all of my trim. I need to hose off my screens before I put them back in. I want to deep clean the oven. You know, deep cleaning things that I either avoid, because I am the master of avoidance. When it's something I don't want to do, I will literally avoid it till the end, until I absolutely have to do it. Or things that just take a little bit more time. I need to scrub the brick floor in my laundry room again, and you know, just those types of things, those big things. The other thing about setting a goal is have a realistic timeline. I've already kind of touched on this. For me, spring cleaning might have to trickle over into summer just because of time and, you know, being able to work 2 jobs and do the amount of cleaning that I want to do is tough. Luckily, cleaning is part of one of the jobs, right? I film myself cleaning, so that's going to be helpful and beneficial. And moving here into spring, I'd like my Sunday resets to transition into a different spring cleaning task, less of, you know, just the everyday maintenance and more deep cleaning. So that's what we're going to do. And that's going to, you know, require that we stay up on it day to day. And my family and I have a plan. We're going to make it happen, and we're going to do that. So say a little prayer for me. Step number 2 is to gather all of the supplies that you're going to need. So I know for me, I have like my day-to-day cleaning, but when it comes to deeper cleaning, there might be some products that I need. So for example, I would like to figure out how I want to clean out my stove. Do I need stove cleaner for that? I mean, oven cleaner for that? Do I have, you know, the glass cleaner that I need? Whatever I want to use to strip things or, you know, deep clean areas, carpet cleaner, that kind of thing. Those are, you know, do you have what you need? Danny actually just mentioned to me this morning that we need a new duster, that it's just getting really, I mean, I couldn't even tell you last time I bought, like that's probably a good 10 years old, who knows? So getting one of those. You can also make your own cleaning supplies. I know a lot of people that just use vinegar and water, and you know, that's great. That is not for me. I do not like that smell, but there are a lot of people who do. I like to eat vinegar. That's weird, right? I just don't like the smell of it, like for cleaning products, but figure out what it is that you need. Also gather the supplies if you're going to be doing any kind of refreshing. For me, I need to touch up like my trim, my windowsills, my baseboard. I've got a ton of areas that have just been nicked and kicked, and you know, the kickboards and everything just need a touch up. So gathering that paint, you know what I mean? Making sure I have what I need. And this is a great time of year too, to check the batteries in your smoke alarms, check your light bulbs and all of your chandeliers, that kind of stuff. This is the time of year where I will scrub the walls. So do I have the Zep wall cleaner that I like to use? Just getting all of your supplies so when you're ready to do that task, you have what you need. That is like key for me, especially having this much time to do it. It's really important that if I know I'm going to be cleaning the oven this weekend, I need to have what I need, so I'm not worrying about rushing to the store to get what I need and taking away, you know, time that could have been spent doing the chore. Step number 3 is all about creating a room-to-room plan. This is going to help you just be super succinct in your delegation and when you are hitting each project. You're gonna know what needs to be done. You can go on to Pinterest and find tons of spring cleaning checklists. You can literally look up a bedroom spring cleaning checklist and find so many great ones. No need to reinvent the wheel. They already exist. You can add a couple of things that are specific to your, room or your area so that you're making sure everything you want to happen gets done. And always make sure that you are focusing on high impact areas. So let me explain what this means. There are two different types of cleaning, right? There's cleaning out the inside of the refrigerator where it needs to happen. If you don't do it and stay up on it, it becomes an unmanageable task. And it's gross if you don't do it, but you're not gonna see it. The refrigerator's closed and you're not gonna see it, right? A high impact area is something that you're going to physically see or something that's going to impact you all day, every day. So for me right now, that's my laundry room. It's a drop zone. It's a hot mess. I need to get it cleaned. There's stuff in those cabinets that's just taking up space. It's not being used effectively and efficiently. So pick some areas that are going to give you a high yield. You're gonna get a lot from it and you're going to feel that satisfaction when you're done, like cleaning out a closet and reorganizing it. That is a high impact, a high yield. You're going to see it every time you go in there. It's going to make your life just so much easier. And the refrigerator probably was a bad example because that does help too, but I just mean that make sure you're adding things to your list that you're going to see. When I clean all the windows, yeah, it's nice, but you don't notice it as much, right? Or switching out the batteries and the smoke detectors, like that's kind of, it's imperative, it has to happen, but it's boring. It doesn't give you instant satisfaction. So making sure that you have some high impact jobs as well. This is also a good time in your plan to prioritize, right? So what areas need to get done sooner than others? For me, this looks like my kitchen. My kitchen needs to be deep cleaned. I need to change the filter in the refrigerator, pull it out, vacuum behind it, dust it. I really need to clean underneath my stove. I cannot pull it out because it is literally so wedged in there. It's in there with a hair of a space on each side. So I can't pull it out, but there's definitely collection of dust and stuff on the bottom that I need to get under there and clean. I need to clean out under my sink. There has been slow drips down there and I just need to clean it up. We've tightened it all, but we just need to clean it. So there's areas that I have to prioritize and that I know have to happen, but there's also areas that I want to do that can be later on, in the plan. I'm already exhausted just talking about all of this. So step number 4 is all about decluttering before you clean. So for me, this is going to be a little bit of a struggle because there's areas in my home that need a deep decluttering, and that's just going to take a lot of time. The basement needs that. My closet, I've been trying to do a little bit at a time. The kids' rooms, my little boy's room definitely has got to get done because they have so many toys up there that they never play with anymore. So there is decluttering that needs to happen, but if you have the opportunity in a space, so for example, my kitchen, I can definitely declutter my cabinets and get things out that I don't use anymore and then clean, right? So if I want to take out everything so that I can vacuum inside the drawer, which is absolutely going to happen, I can get rid of anything in here that I don't need anymore. That would be an opportunity to declutter before I clean. There are, again, tons of organization strategies on Pinterest that you can use. I have an entire video about how I am systematically planning to organize my entire home. That is not my focus for spring cleaning though. That will come later. I know that sounds crazy, but I feel like if the house is clean, I'm better off when it comes to decluttering. But there's areas that I can declutter as I go. And take it one space at a time. Do not try to declutter everything before you spring clean, everything at once. That is going to overwhelm you. I am overwhelmed just thinking about it. It's making my heart palpitate. But just take a little bit at a time. I think my approach for spring cleaning is going to be room by room, unless it's projects like painting windowsills and trim. Like that, I'll probably have to do all at once. Maybe, I don't know, I could probably do it room by room. We'll have to see, but I think for me, the biggest thing is going to be focus on one area at a time. If I'm going to spring clean the living room, which is what I'm looking at right now, I'm going to worry about decluttering the sideboard. I'm going to clean the windows and the blinds. I'm going to touch up the beadboard. I need to recaulk like the seam in the beadboard and paint that. It's got a bunch of nicks, you know what I mean? Make sure that, take everything off of that shelf and dust it all, wipe it all down, wipe down all my plants, touch up all the trim, do the fan, get that clean, clean the sofa. Like, you know, that's just one room. So that to me is like very manageable. And then when that room is done, it's done. You know what I mean? And then I can just keep it up instead of being like, okay, today I'm going to do all the windows. But if the windows in the bedroom need to be clean, but the bedroom's not clean, then I'm going to feel like I have to do that. And then it turns into, and if you give a mouse a cookie, and oh my gosh, I'm already like, ugh, that just seems really overwhelming. So don't do that to yourself. Okay. Oh, spring cleaning. Can you hear the dance party happening upstairs? Hold, please. Listen, we love Tay in this house, but this is not the time. We're not trying to get copyrighted today. Okay, step number 5 is all about scheduling when you're going to spring clean. This, I feel like I'm just preaching to myself right now. If you are like me and your schedule is jam-packed, this is how we got to do it. And spring is coming, which means spring sports, which means the end of the school year, which means just jam-packed schedules. And I'm already just so beyond stressed just thinking about it. So block out time on your calendar for when you're going to do things. You know what I mean? And give yourself a window. So I talk to parents all the time about using a timer for their kids, not saying you need to finish, you know, X in this amount of time. So you need to finish your homework before the 30-minute timer goes off. That's not what I talk about. What I talk about is setting the timer and saying, for these next 20 minutes, I am going to do this one thing and this one thing only, and I'm not going to focus on anything else. And when that time is up, I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to take a 5 or 10 minute break. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to scroll on my phone. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to grab a snack. I'm going to, you know, jump on the bike for 10 minutes, whatever that looks like. And then when that 10 minutes is up, I'm coming back for another 20 minutes, right? And this is a way for us to just stay focused on the project. For me, and for anybody, any preferred activity is going to be hard to sustain our attention to, and cleaning is one of those things for me. It is so satisfying. I love at night, pour a glass of wine, turn the lights down low, put on a good podcast, and get some cleaning done. But when it comes to the deeper stuff that I don't like doing all the time, I'm gonna need more than that to stay motivated. So give yourself, you know, some kind of deadline, some kind of timeline, some kind of calendar schedule so that you can stay focused. That's what I'm gonna have to do for sure. And involve anybody else that you possibly can. So in my house, what I'm gonna do this year, since everybody is older, I'm giving everybody like a broken down checklist for spring cleaning their area. So here is what your spring cleaning in your room looks like. And if you need help, if you're not sure how to do something, let me know and I'll show you how to do it. But you're going to do it this year because they can do that. I can do the common areas and they can do their spaces, and we can feel good about it. Danny usually does a lot of the spring cleaning outside. He's already started a lot of that. It's going to be time to fertilize and all that good stuff. So, you know, we're all going to have our role. We're all going to be contributing. And come summer, we're going to be ready in our sparkling house to do a whole lot of pool floating and getting out on the lake and nights out at the ice cream shop. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so looking forward to it. So those are the top 5 tips that I have for you for creating a plan to be a pro spring cleaner. Just a couple of bonus tips to help you stay focused. One is invest in some headphones and get yourself something good to listen to, whatever that might look like. Or listen, you know, I love to listen to YouTube videos a lot. I'll listen to Peter Tragos from The Lawyer You Know, Emily D. Baker, Melanie Little. I like to listen to court cases, and that's like really enjoyable for me when I am doing any kind of, you know, something that I'm trying to keep my mind occupied. I can't have the TV on because then I'll have to stop and look at it. but a YouTube video, I can just put my phone down somewhere else. And if I'm listening, I can just go about my day. I love to listen to the New Heights podcast. I love to listen to tons of YouTubers who talk about content creation. Tess Barkley from Busy Blooming. I love to listen to her. There's just so many good ones. So find something that you can listen to. It's the ice maker. Another tip to stay focused and get through your cleaning quicker is to use the top to bottom method. So start with things that are way up high and work your way down. That way anything that falls from the top, you know what I mean? Like when you're dusting the top of your trim and everything and the fans, that's gonna go down to the bottom. You can vacuum it up and clean it up and everything. And for me, that is just, again, I love a system. I use that word a lot, but it's just a good way to like systematically clean a space top to bottom, and I can just check it off as I go. And my last tip is open the windows if you can. Open them up, get some ventilation in the house, let the home breathe. If you're in an area like me where it's still pretty chilly most days, just put on a sweatshirt and open up the windows, get some fresh air. Danny always talks about creating some kind of wind tunnel. So opening, a window in the front and a window in the back, so that way it can just breathe. That will help to just keep everything feeling fresh and to prevent you from getting like a headache and everything from all the cleaning products that you might be using. Those are all of my tips for spring cleaning like a pro. Some of the big projects that I desperately want to get done for spring cleaning this year, just off the top of my head, is reorganizing and cleaning up the laundry room. I've got to scrub those floors. I would like to freshen up the paint in the bathroom. I'm actually thinking of changing the color, doing something lighter. The black is beautiful, but I just feel like I want something a little bit lighter. Deep cleaning and organizing the kitchen. There's a ton that I need to do in here, including the pantry that's gotten a little out of control, and just purging any food that's expired or anything like that. Cleaning all of our screens, as I mentioned, getting all of those power washed off, get the windows cleaned up so that we can put all those back on. I did that back in the fall, and when we took the screens off, and we keep them off all winter long to just let in as much as much sunlight as we can, but we're gonna put them back up so that we can open up the windows and not let all the mosquitoes in this spring and summer. Wanna make sure all the walls are clean. We're doing a refresh in the bedroom. I want to refresh the paint, like I said, on the trim and the baseboards. And then I also want to spring clean like our medicine cabinet. I want to spring clean my my like purse and my car, like all the stuff I keep in there. And then I also, as I already mentioned earlier in the video, I want to make sure that I'm doing like a digital spring clean as well. I've got to clean up my phone, my subscriptions, my photos, you know what I mean? It's bad. I have so many things that I subscribe to and I don't think about it, you know what I mean? And thank goodness I have Rocket Money now to help me with that, because I just want to make sure I'm getting all of that in order, especially before the end of this school year. So I hope that this video gave you some tips on how to plan and prep for spring cleaning for you. I would love to hear what you guys are working on. If you guys have an awesome checklist of any kind that you feel like sharing, drop a link down in the description or in the comments for all of us. I'd love to see it. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I'd love to have you come back for more. We are going to be doing lots of spring cleaning, and eventually when I have more time, we're going to be doing a lot of organizing too, and I can't wait for that. So I'm glad you guys joined me in today's video. I always appreciate you guys coming and giving me a little bit of your time. So very nice. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, my friends.